Good morning, guys. And I just want to start out with how many of you buy and then price immediately goes down? How many of you have never made money in crypto and you guys just cannot figure it out? Well, if you answered yes, then that's, I guess, not good for you, but it is good for you because you've stumbled upon the right video. Bitcoin is getting rejected at these highs. So we're going to go over everything we need to see to either break highs or the support levels we could play if we get some retracement. Let's get right into it. As you guys could see, the market cap is down 2% today, as well as the CMC 20 also down 2%. We are sitting in a neutral state. Altcoin season relaxing here a little bit, back down into the 50s, pretty neutral here. We were into the 60s for the past few weeks, and the average crypto RSI is becoming oversold again. Let's jump right into the technical analysis. Starting off with Bitcoin on the daily time frame here, we did say we'd like to see it close above these highs to then go push two new all-time highs, but as you can see, we are getting wicked, we are getting rejected at these highs. So we'll look for price to either retrace down into this higher time frame support, or we'll then just look for the break of these highs of about 126 now, and we'll look for the daily close above those highs to then go push to new all-time highs. But for right now, we are getting rejected at highs, so we'll look for price to retrace, gather some momentum, and then push past the highs. Looking at the 4-hour here, we could see price was just trending upwards, and we did just retrace to fill some of this imbalance. So if we do break these lows of about 127.40 today, we'll then go push down to that higher time frame support. If price ends up closing strong, we just need to close above 126.300. The Ethereum analysis, guys, was spot on. We did get swept at these highs. We did get rejected. We said if we wanted to see the close above these highs to then go push to new all-time highs. But if we did sweep and get rejected and close below this order block, below the structure here, we'll look for the push to lows and the push to test this higher time frame support. And that's exactly what happened. We closed bearish under this order block here. And we did just create now another bearish order block, again, engulfing candles. So we'll look for the push to test these lows or to test this higher time frame support. If obviously we end up closing this daily candle bullish or even above these highs, then obviously we will just look for continued strength to highs. XRP, we did end up getting rejected at those highs. We said we needed a break above these highs of about 116. And I said if we get rejected, we'll just go down and test that support again. We are bouncing that support right now. And if we continue to respect the support on these daily candle closes, we'll just look for the continued push past those highs of about 310 now. But if we close below this support of 283 today, we'll just look for then the break of the support, flip resistance, and then the test to higher time frame support. But we definitely want to see price close bullish today above the support and then push past the highs. And it does appear we are just accumulating on top of this support. But again, if we end up closing below this support, it becomes resistance, and we'll look for the push to these lows. Jumping into the altcoins, obviously, again, guys, nothing to say about Binance Coin. Absolute beast here. We'll just look for, some sort of pullback into support. That's all we could really do. We have no prior price history to get resistance levels from. So yeah, Binance Coin, absolute beast. Kudos to you if you bought at the lows. As we could see, Solana getting rejected out of that structure here. And now we'll just look for price to continue down to test support, or if we close above these highs of 236 now, we'll look for the test of that higher time frame resistance. Cardano, unfortunately, closing yesterday bearish below those lows, so we will just look for the test of this higher time frame support or the break of these lows of 75 cents. If we end up closing bullish though on the day, just look for the push to these highs, and we need to break these highs of 89 cents to then go push to higher time frame resistance. Chainlink did get rejected out of that order block, that broke structure here. And we did just close bearish yesterday with another engulfing candle here. So we will just look for a price to push and break these lows of about $19 and test higher time frame support. If we close bullish though today, obviously we'll look for the break of those highs of about $23 to then go test this higher time frame resistance. Stellar lumens, much like every other coin, again guys, we did just get rejected at these highs, and price did just close another bearish engulfing candle, an order block below support. So this is now resistance again. So we'll look for 40 cents, the rejection off of 40 cents to then go break these lows of about 35 cents. If we close today or the next few days bullish back above this resistance, hopefully it will flip support again. But again, we need the break of these equal highs of about 41 cents now to then go continue to resistance. But we are just trending again now below this resistance of 40 cents, and we'll look for the break of these lows. Avalanche, we did get rejected at these highs, and yesterday we did close bearish, headed for those lows of about $26. So we will just look for the break of those lows and the test of higher time frame support. Obviously, if we close above $31, we'll look for the push to highs. HBAR, Hedra, this is the accuracy of these support and resistance lines, guys, here. Obviously, you could see how we called this out perfectly over the past few months, trending below resistance. We did just say we get the break of the structure. We'll get the break of that structure, the close below the close. The candle closes below those lows, trending bearish, and we did say we just wanted the retest of that 23-cent zone. We retested it to the point, and then we did get rejected, and we will push down for these lows here of about 20 cents. Obviously, if we close bullish though, again, we'll just look for the push above this resistance to then break and retest and then get those 25-cent highs. But again, beautiful structure here, beautiful example of support and resistance, and exactly how I trade crypto to make so much money every single year here. So easy, guys. Support, flipped resistance, retest, and now price is just headed for those lows. Again, Litecoin, unfortunately, getting rejected at those highs. We did say if we just continue to get wicked and rejected, this is also exactly what a sweep looks like, guys. You get a break of structure to the downside. People sell this order block here. They get swept. Price wicks and rejects. We never get a close above highs. If you guys are failing to understand market direction, just look for a close above any structural highs. That's a good indication of direction. We never close above these highs, we keep getting rejected. So now we will just look for the push to fill in balance and break these lows or test this higher time frame support, obviously. Polkadot, nothing to say. Obviously, we're waiting for the break of these $5 highs. Uniswap, the support that broke structure to the upside here failed. So now we are trending bearish, and we keep failing to break these new printed highs here of about $8.50. So we will just look for price to go break these lows of about $7.35 to then go test this higher time frame support. If we close bullish today, which seems unlikely, we'll look for the break of these highs of about $8.50 to then go push up to higher time frame resistance. ONDO Finance still just trading in this range here, and we want to see the break of these lows of 86 cents or the push above this resistance at $1 for then the break and retest, and hopefully the push out of this range, the highs of this range of about $1.15. Polygon closing above the highs, but again, the next daily candle instantly closes back below. So again, we will just look for the push to break these lows of about 20 cents. If price, ends up closing bullish today, we'll obviously look for the break of these 25-cent highs to then go test this 30-cent resistance. Flare, like we said, if we close below this structure here, below these lows, we will just push down to higher time frame support, and it looks like that's exactly what we're doing. We really can't be bullish again until we break these highs of about 2.5 cents. Algorand, you see how trading becomes so easy, guys, when you pay attention to these support and resistance flips. As you guys could see, the support was holding here at 22 cents. We broke below that support at 22 cents. And now we just look for the retest of that 22-cent zone. Price came up and retested that 22-cent zone, gets rejected, and now we'll look for the break of the lows of 20 cents. If we end up closing bullish on the day, we need to close above the highs of 23 cents and close above this resistance of 23 cents for then our break and retest. So then go test higher time frame resistance. But until we break above this 23-cent resistance, price will continue to trend bearish. Quant, unfortunately, we did get the close one day above these highs, but the next we just continue to get rejected here. So we will look for the break of these lows of $87 to then go test this higher time frame support. If we end up closing bullish on the day, which looks unlikely, we'll look for the break of $106. And we could see IOTA, we did bounce higher time frame support, but we are just testing resistance here, testing this order block that broke this low, that broke structure to the downside. And we need to close above these highs of 20 cents to then go push up to higher time frame resistance. But as you guys could tell, we are getting rejected out of that resistance. So we will just look for the lows now because we are trending bearish of 15 cents. And XDC, of course, still just looking for the test of that 6 cents support to then go test that 10 cents resistance. All right, guys, that concludes the Crypto Charts daily report today. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you skipped here, you. If you enjoyed this type of in-depth technical analysis, then share with your friends that you told to buy crypto at highs and they hate you. Like, comment, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. I'll see you guys Friday for Friday's episode. Peace out.